Welcome back to the daily entertainment feed on Fiddler Music, with me as editor Olivia. Today, let's take a look at some breaking entertainment news in the past 24 hours. Thank you for always supporting and accompanying us. Come to the following hot news. Bryce Dallas Howard says she was paid less than Chris Pratt for Jurassic World films. What is quiet quitting? Inside the work trend taking over TikTok. Dwayne Johnson on keeping Black Adam out of Shazam. Viola Davis lands role as lead Villian in Hunger Games, Prequel. Bryce Dallas Howard says she was paid less than Chris Pratt for Jurassic World films. In case you were convinced otherwise, Bryce Dallas Howard reports that the gender pay gap is not extinct. The actress, speaking to Insider, said she was paid so much less than her co-star Chris Pratt for their work in the Jurassic World films, released in 2015, 2018 and 2022. When I started negotiating for Jurassic, it was 2014, and it was a different world, and I was at a great disadvantage, she said. And, unfortunately, you have to sign up for 3 movies, and so your deals are set. Eventually, she said, she discussed the disparity with Pratt, who took action to get his co-star equal terms on other franchise-related opportunities, like games and theme park rides. He literally told me, "You guys don't even have to do anything. I'm gonna do all the negotiating. We're gonna be paid the same, and you don't have to think about this," Bryce, Howard said. "And I love him so much for doing that. I really do, because I've been paid more for those kinds of things than I ever was for the movie." CNN has reached out to Howard's representative for further comment. In the films, Howard stars as Claire Dearing, the Jurassic World operations manager, and Pratt plays Owen Grady, a velociraptor expert and dinosaur handler. Jurassic World Dominion, the 6th film in the Jurassic Park franchise, brought in an estimated $143.3 million in its opening weekend. What is quiet quitting? Inside the work trend taking over TikTok. The new trend is all about setting clear work-life boundaries. Quiet quitting, a new workplace trend taking off on TikTok, has workers setting out to establish clear work-life boundaries to reduce stress, but without actually being taken off of the company payroll, as the name might suggest. The new trend of quiet quitting has sparked more than 3.9 million video views on TikTok as well as articles from the Wall Street Journal, The Guardian and other websites. Hundreds of quiet quitters are speaking out about how they're working harder to retain healthy work-life balance, and less on surpassing expectations outside of their job descriptions, all while staying at their current jobs. People aren't going above and beyond. They're not bending over backwards for their employers anymore and sacrificing their mental and physical health. Allison Peck, a career coach with more than 400,000 followers on TikTok, told Today. They're doing what they're getting paid for. What are people saying about quiet quitting? Videos tagged #quiet quitting range from workplace ruminations on closing your computer when 5 p.m. strikes and spending more time with family, to others who quip the definition of quiet quitting is just working. Isn't that just called working? Like doing your job properly, with a healthy boundary? Asked TikTok user Bao Farm, who identified herself as a full-time software developer. Quiet quitting means that when somebody asks you to do something that's not in your contract, you don't do it, TikTok user Millennium's Frizz said in a video describing how quiet quitting can be applied to teaching professions. TikToker Resume Addict said in a video quiet quitting includes not doing the job of 2 to 3 people, stuff like that. Critics of the trend call it a recipe for disaster, or shooting yourself in the foot, while Peck wishes quiet quitting had a different name. "I wish it was called something different because you're not quitting. You're taking care of yourself," Peck told Today. "You're coasting. You're, carefully coasting. Who is taking part in quiet quitting?" While many people speaking out about quiet quitting on TikTok mostly skew younger, polling suggests people of all ages are feeling similar attitudes toward being engaged at work. A Gallup poll released earlier this year found just 32% of employees were now engaged, compared to 36% in 2020. A downward shift between 2020 and 2021 marked the first annual decline in engagement in over a decade, according to Gallup. Gen X, Gen Z, older millennials and baby boomers were among those polled, and those generations all indicated they were being engaged between 31% and 33%. The poll also found employees who worked remotely or had hybrid schedules had higher levels of engagement, at 37%, compared to those who worked in the office or on-site, at 29%. What can employers do in response to quiet quitting? Jim Harder, chief scientist of workplace and well-being at Gallup, told Today it all starts at the top to combat quiet quitting. Dwayne Johnson on keeping Black Adam out of Shazam. Dwayne Johnson is putting up a fight just like his superhero character Black Adam. The Rock will be joining the DC Universe in a feature film revolving around the anti-hero, and it was the actor that fought to give his character his own origin movie. When the first draft of the movie came to us, it was a combination of Black Adam and Shazam. 2 origin stories in one movie, Johnson told Vanity Fair. Now that was the goal, so it wasn't a complete surprise. But when I read that, I just knew in my gut, we can't make this movie like this. We would be doing Black Adam an incredible disservice. It would have been fine for Shazam having 2 origin stories converge in one movie, but not good for Black Adam. Johnson would then talk to studio executives to express his opinions on breaking up the characters into having their own films and reuniting them in a potential showdown down the road. I said, I have to share my thoughts here. It's very unpopular, because everybody thought, hey, this script is great, let's go make this movie. I said, I really think that you should make Shazam. Make that movie on its own in the tone that you want. And I think we should separate this as well. In the end, Johnson won, and both Shazam and Black Adam have their standalone films and will live in the same DC universe, giving fans what they want. Viola Davis lands role as lead Villian in Hunger Games, Prequel. The Oscar winner will star in The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes as a depraved head gamemaker. Viola Davis is set to play a warped villain in Lionsgate's Hunger Games, Prequel, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. On Monday, the film's official Twitter account confirmed the Oscar winner will star as Dr. Volumnia Gall, head gamemaker of the 10th annual Hunger Games. In the upcoming film, based on Suzanne Collins' 2020 novel, Lucy Gray Baird, the female tribute from District 12, will face off in a televised, bloody battle royal against fellow kids. Fans of the franchise will recall Jennifer Lawrence's character Katniss Everdeen was District 12's tribute in the 74th and 75th games. The dystopian action-adventure also stars previously announced cast members Rachel Zegler, West Side Story, as Lucy Gray Baird, Tom Blyth, Billy the Kid, as a young Coriolanus Snow, Peter Dinklage, Game of Thrones, Jason Schwartzman, Scott Pilgrim vs. The World, and Hunter Schafer, Euphoria. Dr. Gall is as cruel as she is creative and as fearsome as she is formidable. Snow's savvy as a political operator develops in no small part due to his experiences with her as the game's most commanding figure, director Francis Lawrence, who worked on the latter 3 of the 4 movies in the franchise, told The Hollywood Reporter. An official synopsis for the film reads, years before he would become the tyrannical president of Panem, 18-year-old Coriolanus Snow is the last hope for his fading lineage, a once proud family that has fallen from grace in a post-war capital. With the 10th annual Hunger Games fast approaching, the young Snow is alarmed when he is assigned to mentor Lucy Gray Baird, the girl tribute from impoverished District 12. But, after Lucy Gray commands all of Panem's attention by defiantly singing during the reaping ceremony, Snow thinks he might be able to turn the odds in his favor. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes will premiere in theaters on November 17, 2023. Bryce Dallas Howard says she was paid less than Chris Pratt for Jurassic World films. What is quiet quitting? Inside the work trend taking over TikTok. Dwayne Johnson on keeping Black Adam out of Shazam. Viola Davis lands role